What's up? Let's get it.
Are
Real
we
quick,
live right now?
we are live.
Yo,
We've been live for 8 seconds, homie.
King Von. I bet. Yo. Hey yo. What's popping, man? What's popping? What's popping? Let me
Happy
put
420, brother.
Oh yeah. Shout out to 420. You know 420 don't mean anything anymore. You know why it doesn't mean anything anymore? Because when 420 was a thing, at that time weed was like illegal, right? So it was like a time where we could all go out and smoke while the shit was illegal. Now, like nobody care about weed. You can smoke weed next to the cops. So like I don't see the potency of fucking 420 anymore, you know. So when people say, "Let's celebrate 420," I'll be like, "Nigga, please." That shit is done with. But let me send the link to the GV people. I got Denot live, and y'all know Beto was live. You feel me? We told y'all niggas we was going visual, and guess what? We did exactly that, bro.
We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, my nigga.
Yo, you know what I love? I love execution, right? Execution is one of my favorite words, right? Oh man, I wish you could pass me the fucking blunt. You gonna make me eat some shrooms right now, nigga. God damn it.
Nigga, you should have had this shit ready. I told you, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
nigga, you gonna make me eat
that's
some
why I was
shrooms
running
right
late.
now.
Nigga, I had to go get me some. I got me some right here, bro. I'm gonna be rolling up, spliffing up. Yo.
Nigga, I eat some shrooms right now. I'm gonna go bonkers. So here's the thing. Like, I love execution, right? So this is how I look at execution, right? You have an idea in your head. You say, you have a vision. This is what I want to do. You say it out loud, right? To yourself or to your team or to people around you that can support you. You delegate and then you accomplish it, right? And then you put it out in the universe, right? Like our bodies are like vessels. So, you know, when you have ideas and you keep them inside, it's almost like you just killing like spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying? But when you are able to exercise those ideas and put them in the universe, you don't know when the universe is going to take what you created and connect it to the world, and that can actually reward you in ways that you never imagined, you know. So it's never good to just keep it in your head and be scared and be nervous. Every time you put yourself out there, you can always look at yourself again and get better, right? You know what I'm saying? And evolve, you know what I mean? So you know, I saw you when you first got on YouTube, and I see you now, and you have fucking evolved. So salute to you for that. You feel me?
Appreciate it, bro. And I'm here, everybody in the building, the Not Gang, the Hurricanes, the Genies, the Donuts, the Juice Boxes. This right here, Sam Beto, somebody I've known, collaborated with, got a weird ass relationship. We probably be beefing tomorrow. I don't know. No. I've known this guy for quite some time, and you know we're here to support him. So make sure you guys like this video and share it, and you know share it with people. Let people know that Donat is in the building. And you guys are meeting another one of Donat's friends who's here to become a force to reckon with on YouTube. So that's what we're here for. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for supporting Sam Beto. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell. Put always so that you be immediately notified as soon as he open up another live stream. I appreciate it.
No doubt. Salute, man, to everybody. Yeah, man. Share the link. We gonna have fun tonight for sure. You know what I'm saying? We always keep it entertaining. We was on Clubhouse banging. We was on our phones and people couldn't see our faces, you know, and a lot of people were hiding. You know, they utilize the app as a way to hide and you know, kind of, you know, go at it with other people. But we like that on camera and off camera, you know what I'm saying? And there's more value when you're visual. So that's why we're here right now. Now, here's what I'll say, right? I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to talk about streamers. I want to talk about this new King Von documentary. I want to talk about Wack 100 and DJ Akademiks and how all these people impact the culture, you know what I mean? And how important they are, right? Even the people that people don't like, they be the same people that give people something to talk about. So that right there makes them super important. It gives them value, right? But before we get into all of that, though, I do want to talk about you and kind of like, I don't want to make it like an interview style, but I do
Yeah.
want to ask you some questions. You know what I'm saying? And I want to like, have a back and forth because um I remember, in my Discord, my Discord always popping off. They said, man, you never gonna see Denat on YouTube without the name Jaguar Wright. And
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, like Denat caught that wave and he ran with it. And y'all know
Thank
it's
you.
Denat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, niggas pilfered his likeness, so now he learned how to pilfer other people's
Thank you,
likeness,
my
nigga.
nigga. Thank you, bro. Thank you. No, I mean that's not.
Hey, was I
Go
right?
ahead, bro. I mean, you right and you wrong. Like you right with the fucking run with the narrative and shit like that. But you gotta understand that I know
Yeah.
the game and you and I both know the game because we come from social audio, which is much harsher than YouTube because you can't hide on YouTube for too long. Niggas been on social audio for 3 years. We still don't know who they are. We got a
Yeah.
whole dude pretending to be Michelle King, but it's a man. So, so, bro, check this out. So you're right, but at the same time, I want you to understand. Oh yeah, I want you to understand that I had to figure it out, and I knew that at the end of the day, my personality had to be at the forefront of any and everything that I was doing. So when I look at my analytics, opposed to when I first started getting traction, where 85% of the people were searching for Jaguar Wright to look for my video, now is 52% of the people are searching for Did Not to find me in my content to the point to where even on a backup burner channel that I just started 4 days ago, I'm doing numbers as if I'm still on my platform that has 12,000 subscribers. So these niggas said I buy shit. They say that it's fake. They say that all of this. I'm like, you can't buy the type of love that I get on YouTube, and my personality is at the forefront of it. So we moving away from that. That content dried up, and when it come back, if it come back, we definitely gonna cover it. But we moving away. We covering black politics, presidential election. Tomorrow we covering the Manosphere. Got Pink Pill coming on. We covering Kevin Samuels, some other shit going on, and then also I'm a personality. And you know how that personalities go at each other. I
Yeah.
still got that going on, and celebrity gossip, man. It's just you're right. I found the wave to introduce myself to the people, and the people love me with or without talking about Jag. That's a
How
fact.
did you yeah, I'm gonna get into this, but I want to ask you before I even speak about Jaguar. How did you find out about her though? What happened for you to be like, yo, let me stop covering this crazy motherfucking chick?
So I don't talk about nothing that I don't encounter, right? So I
Yeah.
encountered it and I was like, okay, well, I have an opinion about this, and it wasn't voiced or whatever the case may be. So I started integrating my opinion about Jaguar in my content, and then she just kept going on and on and on, and the content seemed very much evergreen. And so I just kept covering it because people were interested in it. And that's how I segue away from, other things. But it's a science behind it as well that I understand that very few people understand. But yeah, that's why. Like, and the thing about it is I've admitted it on my platform, we all got a Jaguar right in our family. And I think that that's the obsession that the audience have with her, because best believe if I talked about her and 150 people showing up, she wouldn't have been in my titles no more. So I think it's just like me serving the people and giving a different perspective on it. And now I branded myself as having an unbiased opinion about certain things as well as a personality to be reckoned with. So shout
You
out to
you
Jag.
you buy you biased to Jaguar though. You biased. You don't like her.
No, I used to not be. I'm gonna tell you what happened, bro. I used to not be biased to Jaguar at all. I had a platform, had a husband on there and everything. I was like, well, I give her the benefit of the doubt. You know me, bro. You know I take an unbiased stance until nigga give me a reason to do so. You know that about me, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was Jaguar, we went on Night and Day platform, and Jaguar started spreading rumors around talking about I got HIV/AIDS and shit because of the lawsuit. You know we've been through this shit,
Yeah, yeah, we've been through
So
that.
they brought that shit up on YouTube, and then I had to pack her ass up, and then in retaliation, she had got one of her minions to put all kind of false copyright strikes on my platform, and now you're trying to affect. You're literally affecting my business. Literally, you're affecting my business while I'm on vacation and all this other stuff. So I took that very personal because now you're trying to kill me in the metaverse and you're trying to hurt me. So I got to step back and look at you sideways. This ain't about who's right and wrong in your relationship. This is about how the fucked up shit you did to me, and how any and everybody who could show her love or could give her grace, she always turned her back on them and fucked them over. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you of all people should know that, like a person like Jaguar, right? So the way I see her is like, she's a crazy motherfucker, right? And you've met crazy motherfuckers on social audio, right? So did you have expectations that she was gonna be loyal or have an understanding of what you was trying to do at all?
I had hope that she would understand that. I had hope because if I didn't have that hope in my heart, then I would have easily been biased from the jump. I had hope and optimistic, because here's the thing. This is what niggas don't understand. If I'm talking about somebody, I want them to come to my motherfucking live stream. I want them to play my shit. I want them to. And that's the thing about YouTube. A lot of people don't get that and don't have enough humility to say that. You're talking about the not, whether it's good or bad. You really want to have a conversation with me, because that's what's going to give you the substance and the validity. Because if I now come to your platform while you're talking about me, you now have credibility. And these niggas don't have no credibility. So it wasn't like I created an environment that was going to be biased against her. I had every intention of, let me get her on my platform. Because
do people like, is there like a fake outrage where people feel sorry for her, where when she's covered, people like, stop talking about her, she's going through a lot, leave her alone? Is that kind of energy out there?
Not with her. Listen, this bitch will make you hate her. Not with her, with other people, yeah, but not her and them.
No. That's because she's not light skinned. That's why.
Oh, damn. Maybe I need to do a lot. Oh, Jaguar, not like you thinking she was light.
If she was light skinned, trust me. And Dana, you know what I'm talking about, because we've been on social audio. You got dark-skinned chicks that's fucking loco, and everybody hate them. But when you got light-skinned chicks that niggas want to fuck, right? When they're crazy, there's two things that happens, bro. And I know what I'm talking about. When you got light-skinned chicks that niggas want to fuck, niggas will protect them no matter what, because they want pussy, right? They want that close proximity so they can stick their dick in these bitches. That's one. And two, the girls find those light-skinned chicks attractive, and they want to be cool with them, and they want to help them, and they want to save them because they light-skinned. So if Jaguar Wright was like some attractive light-skinned looking woman, bro, like the cards would have been in her favor, but she don't have that skin tone.
Let me ask you this question. So they treat Jaguar Wright and Tokyo Tony the same. So what? And Tokyo Tony's more lighter, and Tokyo Tony's pretty with a big
Tokyo Tony's old and ugly, my nigga. Her shit is finito. Like, come on, bro. Tokyo Tony 30 years ago will be okay. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, we'll be okay. Right now, come on, bro. Like, you literally, like, that's a car that can drive from a state to another state. You feel me?
Not you age shaming.
No, that's a car that can't drive to the gas station. Nigga, I could talk my shit. I don't work for CNN, nigga. Who gonna fire me? You feel me? But then not peep game though. Peep game. Cause look at women like Amber Rose, Alexis Sky, Brittany Renner. They are hated, right? And loved, but they get deal sponsorships. They like get love. They get basketball players. These chicks also do obnoxious shit all the time, but it gets looked over because they're attractive. You get what I'm saying?
No, but they're not. Listen, they're not. You cannot compare Jaguar Wright to any of them because they're not out there like her. They're not out there like her. I mean, the only person you could compare to Jaguar Wright is Blueface Mama, who is dark spit. She happened to be dark skinned too, so I don't know what it is. Like, but they're not out there. You can't compare them to her. You got to compare the Jaguar to somebody like Kaya and all of them that's out there that are still.
I'll break it down after you say what you want to say.
I said what I said, but go ahead and break it down, because.
All right. So when we say out there, right? To me, it's all about how you're impacting the culture, right? Once we start talking right now, as we're talking right now, we're having an impact on the people that's listening. We're having an impact on the culture, right? So you look at Amber Rose and Brittany Renner, like these women, right?
Mm-hmm.
They influenced women in a way like, yo, utilize men as just objects, as
Damn.
cash machines. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So to other men, it was detrimental. You feel me? Like other men looked at these women like, yo, like the shit that y'all doing is fucked up, because you got young girls. Remember those, like the Instagram model era, like these women became stars out of nowhere. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And they started twerking, and then they started saying, I just want cash from a nigga. Like, I don't want nothing from a nigga. So you got these young girls growing up, right? And this is not about a right or wrong conversation. This is about just what happened in history, right? You got these young
Mm-hmm.
girls growing up listening to these women, and now they're looking at the young boys that they're growing up as worthy of nothing but their bank account. You feel me?
Young
So
black
that's
ones.
detrimental.
They don't look at white people like that. It's just the niggas.
Yeah. So my point is, it's detrimental, but they can get away with doing things like that, right? Because of their skin tone, like, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever that you're doing, there's gonna be people that's gonna agree or not agree with it. But as far as Jaguar, I think she don't get away with who she is because of her skin color, her
Okay,
skin tone.
pause. Because
Go ahead.
you're ill informed. I can't even say misinformed. You're ill. This is
Okay.
the same lady who took her unalived son ashes and threw them on a bunch of niggas she know and rolled them in her face, and just smoking fentanyl weed and just getting committed to mental health hospitals every other day, going to jail, blowing up cars. Like, what are these women that you named off have done none of that. As a matter of fact, these women that you named off, just because they're light skinned, they haven't even been accused of, and the public don't know if they even keyed a nigga car. Jaguar is
Okay.
51 fucking 50, burning every bridge everywhere she go, even with her own family, everything. Like, you are ill informed about Jaguar. You cannot compare Jaguar to nobody but a motherfucking untamed, uncivilized beast. I promise you.
So 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 you telling me, if Amber Rose was doing what like, I'm gonna bring it to you what you're saying. If Amber Rose was doing what Jaguar Wright um has been doing that you just described, you don't think, you think people will still not pay attention to her?
Hell no, they're gonna go take it hard out on her. Want me to tell you why? Because the simple
Right.
fact is that dark skinned black women get tired of light skinned black women or women that are biracial, pandering to black community to tell and putting themselves in position to speak for them when their skin tone is completely different and it's a different struggle. So if Amber Rose was having it out, hanging out here, acting like Jaguar Wright, she would get it worse because those dark skinned black women who are the majority will be feeling liberated to say, "I told you them light skinned hoes is crazy," yada yada yada. When it comes to Jaguar, her skin tone is not even up for debate. That's not even on the table. But if Amber
Okay.
Rose was acting like that, it will be on the table because she will have it worse. Because dark skinned people, black people, whatever, for whatever reason, look for that shit. Look for reasons to other them to say you're not black enough or you're not white enough. So Amber Rose and them being light skinned, they will have it worse if they was acting anything remotely close to Jaguar. I promise you.
Okay. So all right. I'm gonna agree with you. There's no need to debate that based on the fact that you mentioned the name fentanyl. Once you said fentanyl, I had to step back, right? You saying she's smoking fentanyl?
Yes. I got
Once
a
you
whole
said she
song
smoked,
about it called Holy
she
Spirit
smoked,
Activate.
hey, what she say smoking fentanyl. But do you agree or disagree with me when I say, like, you know, her skin tone plays a role?
Listen, I promise you, like because of who she is, the furthest thing that we're thinking about is skin tone. Like the
Okay.
rabbit hole goes so deep to where this lady will irritate you and shake your bones. We don't give a fuck about her being black, white, skinny, tall, fat, at all. This lady is the fucking devil. Like, so
Okay.
I don't. Listen, put a donut in the chat if y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's just crazy.
Okay,
Look.
so one thing I noticed also, right? And you can tell because you have more information, obviously, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just ramble, like you can educate me as you are doing right now. So she's been like relevant in creating conspiracy because the first time I kind of like saw her come back was like when she was saying stuff about what was going on in the industry, right? So I think her YouTube was about kind of exposing the industry. So is she still doing stuff like that?
We don't
Or
we stopped believing her. She's exploited her marriage. She's exploited her personal life. She's exploited her family. And most recently, I don't know if you noticed, but you remember hearing about the girl on TikTok that said she was the daughter of the late
yeah.
So Jaguar has connected with that girl to clout off all of that. And so it just now fell apart, and they're exposing each other. And Jaguar right now is in jail. And her mom,
she's in jail again.
She done went to listen. In the past 2 months, Jaguar Wright has went to 3 mental health facilities in the jail 4 times. So you tell me what they got to do with your skin color. This bitch went to the mayor's house and got hit with obstruction of just like 5150. Like we ain't even, her skin color is the last thing that we're looking at.
Hey, now you know me. If I'm wrong, I'm not gonna keep the argument going. So you telling me she keep going to jail and they keep letting her out?
And then and she, let me tell you something. And she ain't got no mug shot either. And she done been to jail more than I've been there in my whole life in the past 2 months with no mug shots.
Is she a government informant?
You tell me. She ain't got no mug shot. You can't find no mug shot on jail. The only mug shot you can find on her is from 2016, and she done been to jail at least 100 times since. No mug shot.
Ask the chat. Do y'all think Jaguar Wright is she's a government informant? Because bro, like right now, I'm gonna change the argument and actually say that she has dark skin privilege.
That shit is hilarious. She probably do got dark skin privilege because she'll manipulate you, go to sell. Listen, Jaguar is a snake oil salesman. Believe it.
So you think when they arrest her, she probably gets in the cell, suck a few cocks, and they let her out?
I think she just go to giving up information of what no mugshot. I promise you, no fucking mugshot at all.
Yo, bro, I believe it though. I believe either she suck a dick or she's giving up names. Those two things. Sucking dick or giving up names. Those are the only things.
I believe she's been giving up names.
Yeah. But so are you gonna continue to cover her, or it's like, because I know y'all was in some drama about a copyright strikes and all of that shit, or are you done like covering her? Or are you gonna continue? You don't give a fuck.
The people still interested, so we definitely gonna cover the content. You know that better. Why would you ask me that dumbass question? So no, but lastly, some of her mother and these two sissies have attacked her husband, who is cool with me, and we have to review that and have him to come onto my platform and defend myself. So I got Jaguar content locked loaded. And if people be like, "Oh, deny," but anyways, yeah. So we're gonna always cover the content. And in this point in time, me covering the content, what it looks like is correcting the record about certain parties and certain people that are still lingering around that's attached to the narrative. And I got intrinsically involved because I got personal contact with the family members and all of that stuff. So out of all these other content creators, I'm probably in the best position when it comes to being able to actually talk about them with credibility without letting them like cap and without capping myself. So like, I've turned into a credible source, a go-to person for information because of that.
Word. That's dope. Yo, let's get into other stuff that's interesting in the culture. So I know everybody that's listening to this right now, if you haven't watched that King Von documentary, that Trap, what's his name? Trap Lore.
Trapler Rose.
Yeah. King Von. He did a 3 hour, I think it's a 3 hour plus documentary about King Von. It has 3.9 million views in 9 days. And I mean, when you watch this shit, you essentially like become glued to it, right? Because he this is what I'll say, Denat. Yo, this dude made King Von look like more of a monster than I thought, bro.
Yes, yes. Me, that's what I thought. And the crazy thing about it is like I like at this point, 3.9 million people saw it. You can take it down, edit it, do whatever you want to do. But it's like your disclaimer was for documentation and imitation, but you never disclaimed and dispelled the fact that everything that you're talking about is based on a conspiracy theory. So honestly, when I looked at it about 39 minutes into it, I'm just like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I really didn't wasn't glued to King Von when he was here, and I'm definitely not gonna act like I was now that he's gone. So I'm very neutral, and when I see what he's doing here, I see a lot of defamation and I see a lot of allegation for serious crimes that even if King Von did it, your but for causation is pulling up tweets and putting your own interpretation on those tweets when you're a white boy. That's number one. Number two, you don't understand the culture. Not only do you not understand the culture, but me being from the South, I don't even understand the Chicago lingo like that. And you mean to tell me you, this young white boy, can read a book, can learn every fucking NWA song, and call yourself a historian on hip hop culture? No, you just happen to crack into the algorithm, and that's just what it is. And you're smart at editing and putting shit together, and that's just what the fuck you did. Like, period. Let's call it a buck a buck. And when he say entertainment purposes, I see that, but he never let anybody know that, hey, this is a conspiracy because I'm pandering and I'm in an algorithm and I know I can do this because my platform and algorithm looks like this. So I feel like,
let me see how many.
Yeah.
He has. Yeah, he has close to 1 million subscribers.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at it, it did kind of teach me something in details about what's going on because, like I said, I never really unpacked that whole situation besides FPG Duckmon's perspective and a couple in academics and other people. But so he put it together in one spot, right? So I appreciated that. But the way he put it is just like he was saying it and putting it into like this big ass conspiracy and stringing documents and stuff together. And like I was looking at that, I'm like, you're interpreting these tweets a certain way, and then now you're putting up a police report. It's just, it really is borderline defamation, honestly.
So all right, I'll give my opinion, right? So for me, I have a variety of opinions. I don't have one single stance on
Sam,
it.
click the full screen on that. Like go into the video and you know how you click it where it's full screen and it'll cover this whole portion right here.
Is it doing that?
No, okay. I don't okay. See, yeah, click full screen now. You know how to make it take over the whole screen on the computer. Yeah, click that. Yeah.
Hold on, but I want to see myself though.
You still see yourself. We still see you, bro.
No, I'm saying like I want to see myself when I'm talking.
We see you. I see you. Everybody see you, bro.
Oh, you said click here? Here?
Yeah, it's just covering the screen that you have in. That's one window. You're in another window, and I'm in another window. We still see you.
Bro, this is the biggest it can go, bro. I'm clicking the full screen joint.
Yeah, right there. Click it.
I did.
All right, hold on. It was just there, bro. Right there. Boom. Leave it there.
Oh, it's there? All right, bet. Yeah. Okay, bet. Yeah, boom. So, all right. Wait, is this a whole different shit? Or is this an ad?
Nah, that's something different, bro. You clicked off it.
Fuck.
Nah, just go ahead and do it. So Tribe Boy Lord, he's like to me, like, and I don't want to move. Okay, there it is. Like, let's go into it, and I'm gonna tell you who you remind me of and why. Um,
Yeah, go ahead.
so Trapboard Lord to me is he's smart. Like, you understand, there's a science to all of this that we all can tap into. That doesn't mean you're gonna authentically connect with what you're doing, you know, or what you're covering,
Yeah.
or who you're trying to position yourself to be. It's almost like being in the metaverse, living an alternative life. And his alternative life and viewpoint is covering hip hop culture. Now, he's doing it for artistic value, whatever. I don't know. So this is my own opinion based on just this documentary alone, because I don't know much about him. I don't think I would go to him as a credible source, or as the go-to source, or as if I value his opinion opposed to somebody else's. I feel like black documentaries and black stories should be told by black people. For black people by black people. I'm not saying white people can't work on it. I'm saying that this stuff should be created by black people. I would like to have seen this documentary created by somebody who is not only black but from Chicago. I don't want to see it created by me who is not from Chicago. I would like to have an authentic connection to it, and it wholly lacks that because this individual can't possibly phantomly connect to the culture. And he just, to me, reminds me of Adam 22 in a way. Like Adam 22, you know, got popped off when he interviewed Juice WRLD. And it's just like everybody is pandering to or picking somebody black or something that's hot and black and sticking to it to gain platforms. And I have a problem with that because it's not authentic. We wouldn't be respected or even taken serious if we did that to one of them. They don't understand how we roast, how we talk, and so forth. So that's my issue.
Yo, so all right, let me give my spiel about this shit, right? All right. So Trap Lord Ross, I think he did extensive like research for this project, right? He had tweets that I had never seen before, and it actually like because Vaughn tweeted those things, so it did portray him as like there's two things. I love his music and the personality that he put out there, right? But if we're talking about the whole life of people being civilians, right? In that
Mhm.
world, he was a demon. You know what I'm saying? So there is that contrast, right? Where it's this person where you love his music, you listen to his music, you buy to it, but he is a menace to society. And he was putting it out there on Twitter, like, I want to kill, I love killing, I'm gonna do this. Those Trap Lord Ross did not tweet those things. Vaughn did. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that, I'm like, he just reporting. But the part where I saw, like, I'm like, yo, damn, he made Vaughn look like more of a monster than I thought before. Was I don't know which murders he committed and which murders that he didn't. But I feel like Trap Lord Ross made it seem like some of the murders Vaughn actually did it. You know what I'm saying? And if there isn't confirmation or evidence, that's the only part where I'm like, you kind of putting a body on him and he's not here to defend himself. That's the only thing. But where I disagree with you on is saying that white people should not cover content that has to do with black people. That's cat, right? Because if we're in
I never said
America,
that.
you said you rather somebody from Chicago cover it, right?
Mhm.
And you saying you don't want white people to cover things that black people went through because they don't understand the culture. That was your stance.
This is what I'm saying. Like, facts are in the public domain. What he's doing, what he's put out there, a black Hollywood filmmaker can see that and make a whole King Von movie and give him absolutely no credit, right?
Okay.
So nobody can tell me I can't make a movie about King Von, whether you're white, black, Asian, or whatever. But what I'm saying is the pandering and the exploitation come into play when you're now so deep into our business to where you as a white person, you don't even have enough integrity to exploit what white people, how white people played a part in that behind the scenes. And when I see people cover us that are white and don't show the other side of it. And myself as a black person who's an outsider to white people have to now create this project that requires a certain level of diversity to tell the actual truth and how everybody play a role in it instead of just the niggas. Then we can't talk.
But here is the cap though. Our business, like, I don't know King Von. You don't know King Von. So we play this like game where we don't fuck with each other as black people. But when a white person does something, that's when we fake come together. Like, we didn't give a fuck about George Floyd. We were stuck home during COVID. And when George Floyd died, hold on, let me finish. When George Floyd died, we used him as an excuse to go outside and have a festival and exhale and breathe and say, whoo. Because if we gave a fuck about George Floyd, somebody who they put a white man put his, George Floyd is 6 feet and above, right? Strong. So he's like one of the biggest, strongest black men there is, right? They put their knee on his neck in front of the world to see. And what we did was go protest, stand in front of the police, dance. I documented this. I'm in DC. I seen it. You know what I mean? My point is, if people really gave a fuck, they would have strapped bombs to themselves and went and blew up shit. There would still be war going on right now with the cops. And I'm not talking about just talking. Like, I'm talking about there would have been arms, everybody dying if we gave a fuck. So
Vito,
let me finish. That whole Fugazi thing that people was doing, oh my God, you did not tweet about George Floyd, so I don't fuck with you no more. You don't care about black issues, Bro, all of that is cap, bro. Like, where I disagree with you on, and I'm gonna say it, and I'll give you the floor. We should start covering white people more. That is what we should do in reverse, as opposed to tell them not to cover us, because white people cover black people on CNN all the fucking time. Like, they cover black people going to jail, but when a black person cover black people, we look at the, especially independent content creators that got platforms, when they cover black people, right? Black people, we look at them like, oh, you a snitch. You talking about King Von's murder, so you a snitch. That's why Trap Lord Ross can cover King Von, because nobody gonna call him a snitch because he's white. If a black person had done a detailed documentary like this from Chicago, they would have said he was a rat. That's why these white people can do that, because black people ain't doing it. So my thing is, and I know I'm saying a whole bunch of things, but
no, I do want to answer a couple of your points. No,
yeah, last point. Black people should start covering fuck shit that white people do. Make platforms and cover their worlds too, so they're not just the one covering us. That's my point. Go ahead.
I absolutely agree with that last point. So no pushback, nothing else need to be said. I absolutely agree. And that's what I do. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do. And I shout out to you for doing it as well. But I wanted to back up. And when you said we didn't care about George Floyd, now there's things in place like the George Floyd crime bill, things that need to be passed, reparation. A lot of things happen. But for the social experiment behind George Floyd. So I will agree with you on that. However, this whole notion that you feel like nobody cares because nobody's strapping bombs and stuff, this is where I'm going to differentiate between you. You know, I'm half Black American, you know, I'm half Jamaican. You're not Black American, so you don't live with a certain experience to tell us what's best for us and how to do X, Y, and Z. We live in a country full of white people that feel like that they are entitled to not pay us money that is owed for stolen patents, materials, inventions, free labor, etc., but at the same time send money to Ukraine just for an oil bid. And I do agree that Black Americans, specifically the half of me and most Black Americans here, we don't have aspects to bargain with. The money in which and the value in which we have in society is straight consumerism. Nothing that's actually building wealth, economics, or anything, keeping the Black dollar in our community. As a matter of fact, the Black dollar stay in the Black community, I think, 16 minutes at best, compared to the Jewish 8-9 days before it leaves their community. So this is a lot of time and a lot of energy that we're putting out there, and people are intercepting it. But for you to say that we don't care because we're not strap bombing, you got to understand that. Have you seen the movie Emancipation with Will Smith? How at the end of it, it was all about the liberation and Black people had guns to to gain liberation, but at the same time and have a plan and have shit to do, yada yada, still get accepted. Then we have the freaking 1963 Terry versus Ohio, where the Supreme Court took guns from us forever. So we have these things to where we're strategically meant to be deprived and less than inferior to the police state doctrine, which is upholding white supremacy and alt-right fascism. So I definitely agree. We should definitely talk about this stuff. But for you to say that Black Americans don't care because we're not scrapping bombs, nigga, you from Africa. You're the one who was carrying a 9mm at the age of 3, not us. You know?
Hey, the last part was funny, but hey, listen, bro. I stand on what I said, okay? And I said Black people, right? So it doesn't matter where I'm from. I've lived in America for the most part of my life, my nigga.
Yeah, but you don't like. I'm having to make there's different sentiments intrinsically in your DNA.
Okay, there could be anything in my DNA, bro. But what I said, black people, I said, did not give a fuck about George Floyd, bro. You feel me? And let me tell you,
like you as an African didn't give a fuck. You can't categorize all black people, dude. You got to stop that.
Don't. Hey, but let me make my point. I'm gonna say it again. So black people did not give a fuck about George Floyd because you know why? Black people still playing white people games about George Floyd. That's my point. So you want to tell me about laws? Oh no, yeah, but hold on. Can I finish?
Good.
I just let you go. Can I finish?
You good, bro?
Yeah, all right. So cool. I got you, Denat. But I'm saying black people still playing white people games because those laws is still controlled and still interpreted by white people. So what are you talking about? I was in DC when they put Black Lives Matter on the streets. They painted the streets Black Lives Matter, and they just put somebody put their knee on George Floyd's neck. Like,
so what would you have
understand
done?
That? You said what?
So what would you suggest black people do? I know what I would suggest.
People, hold on. It's not about me suggestion. It's about me speaking about what is fact right now. So black people want to just live to the standards of white people. All black people are asking white people to do is make us equal to them, right? So it's like this, peep game. Sir, I don't want to fight you. Even though you've colonized Africa, you've enslaved us in America, sir, I don't want to fight you. I just want to be able to go to your schools. I just want to be able to enjoy the things that you do, sir. I want to be as equal as you. So that means you're valuing the white person over you as a black person. Like, I want you to hear what I'm saying and not make this about Black Americans and Africans, bro. Bro, there are parts in the world where if this had happened, people would have still been dying because they're not trying to.
Not in Africa. Not in Africa, y'all. Not in Africa.
Yeah,
Africa
but they're not.
Africa got some of the scariest niggas. Period.
But they're not. Hold on, they're not.
Y'all got a whole continent, and now you letting Chinese people and white people. But Africa, that's why black Americans are away. Why? Because they back there at the motherland didn't fight for shit and don't stand for shit. And now you want to act like because you came over here from the motherland, because over there y'all standing on top of TP sheds and stuff looking for a signal. Let's be clear. And then now you over here, you're living lavish and appreciating this new experience that's completely different from where you came from. And we're looking at you like, some of your people are pussy and selling us out with them, and this is why we must separate you from us. These are facts.
They're not, but no, these are facts, but they're not. You just spoke like I just said Africans were tougher or doing something greater. I said black people.
No. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You just made up a whole narrative that I wasn't arguing with you about.
Give me 1 second. The reason I said that is because you need to understand that there's a difference between being African and being Black American. And I'm not talking about not just on some moral, on some legislative shit that needs to be put in place on all different levels. When a lot of your people come over here to America, they tell y'all to op up against black people, and then you got the wrong vivid images of us because what white people have controlled the stories and stuff that they propagated nationwide. So when you
I
see a
ain't one of
black
those niggas,
American,
bro. I grew up in the projects, bro. I am not one of those niggas. I'm not one of those niggas, and I don't even talk like that. Like, I'm not one of those people that grew up and said fuck black Americans. I grew up and we was all black. Where I grew up at, we was all black. In the projects, everybody was black. Yeah, you knew it. Somebody was Haitian background or Jamaican background or somewhere in Africa background or black American, but everybody was black. You feel me? So that's why I said black people. Okay, yeah, niggas want to delineate. That's cool, but I stand on what I am saying. Niggas can have 3 million different arguments about it, right? But there's two things, bro. It's either you fight oppression with violence or you succumb to it and negotiate how you want to be a slave. Those are the two options, bro.
so but
My
thing is, I done heard niggas get that option, bro. I done heard this shit. So what are you doing? Are you succumbing to it? Are you ready to do what
we've all succumbed to it already? Yes,
but what I'm saying, but if you're telling, but if, all right, go ahead, bro. You're not understanding me, but go ahead.
We've all succumbed to it already. Yes, bro. When a black person makes money, right? What do? They leave the black neighborhood and go live with white people. In my building, it's mostly white people. When I got some money, I went to live with white people. We've already done it. We go to work and get paid by white people. Who writes our checks? White people. We go buy Gucci because it's more valuable. We don't buy black products. And if we see a black person selling anything and the price is like a white product price, we would say, why this nigga think they should sell this shit for that much? Moneybag Yo just opened a restaurant. They're saying it's too expensive because he's black. So we don't value our own shit. Because, bro, if we put black lives over white lives, niggas would have been strapping bombs for George Floyd. That's the point that I'm making, bro. And I hope you can understand what I'm saying. It's not about black American, black African, black Jamaican, whatever it is, bro. It's about the whole fact that black people actually value white over ourselves, bro. We do that.
So you would rather black people, black Americans, to just become total savages with a complete disregard for the rule of man.
They're not. White people was total savages, and that's why they run the world right now. Do you understand when they went to Africa, they was dying from mosquitoes, malaria? They still kept sending white people there. They were like, yo, we gonna send as many white motherfuckers to die and die and die till we can control this whole thing. That rape is rape, not savagery. Sacrificing black souls. So you said what?
Niggas is scared because we can't unite. Everybody's scared that, like, if I do this, ain't nobody gonna have my back. You know, if I do this, ain't nobody gonna have my back. So why should I? Because your answer is to be savages and to go out there acting like Nate Turner.
Listen, yo, them white people, they were savages, and while they was doing the savagery shit, they was also building land because they was using black people to build land and build infrastructures and whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love when you said that we're scared, right? Because what I'm trying to be is just be honest, right? And know that when George Floyd died, right? And I was like hurt about it, right? But if I was really strong, I would have strapped a bomb on myself, or I would have went and took a gun and went and fought and started a revolution, bro. But I didn't do that, bro. And I'm being honest about that because I was scared, bro. You feel me? You know what the fuck will happen to you if you fuck with these white people. And a lot of black people are scared. So guess what we did? We tweeted about it. We went and filmed. Niggas rioted and shit. That's just the truth of it. I'm not like it's honest, right? Because if like white people have shown us what fearlessness is, right? They came into our lands and they took our shit. And then they told us that how we look is beneath how they look. They made niggas change their looks, bro. So my point is, yes, we're scared. So to act like we cared about George Floyd, it's a lie because niggas was outside partying, bro. when George Floyd died, bro. And I'm not, don't look at it like partying, like, oh, let's drink, da, da, da. But niggas was out there celebrating, like, festival. It's like, bro, if niggas was, if it was in reverse and black people was like killing white people like that, these white people would not be outside celebrating. They would have been knocking niggas shit the fuck down, bro. It would have been knocking niggas shit the fuck down. And we see what they do, you know what I mean? And let me make a point so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. If a black person, right, if we live in a neighborhood, right, first of all, let's say we go to a club and you step on a black person's shoes, they might kill you for that reason. We live in a neighborhood, you throw the wrong sign, they might kill you for that reason. You wear the wrong clothes, they might kill you for that reason. But guess what, Denat? White people have moved into these same neighborhoods, and ain't nobody killing them, and they jogging at 4 a.m. with their dogs, and nothing is happening to them. And they are actually the intruders. But let a nigga do that. Let a new nigga move into a neighborhood. You're going to get chin-checked. Niggas used to get jumped just moving into new neighborhoods. White people moving into black neighborhoods with their families, and nothing happening to them, bro. That's my point,
owning the property, and then renting it back to your grandma.
So crazy. It's not about black Americans, bro, because us all black people everywhere are fucking scared, bro. And we won't admit it. We won't admit it because we're scared.
Check this out. So I like to say I'm not scared, but like, you know me, I challenge the white whole systems. I don't give a fuck. Niggas try to rope me off in court. But is it possible for me to say that I don't feel scared because I learned their rules and their regulations and learn how to go about my business and do what I need to do and live my happy life? Because it's like I didn't learn the rules to follow them. I learned the rules to break them motherfuckers. And I break the rules every day, but it's in such a fascinating way to where it's really not breaking the rules. It's just me breaking the boundaries and the constraints of people's impression and limitation of me. And so when I go out, most of the time, especially in dealing with police brutality or whatever, they don't bother me. These people don't even exist to me. If I'm going 100 in a 70 mile, the police is going to pull me over and tell me to go about my business. Like, that's just it. That's my reality. And so this whole monolithic approach you have for saying that some people are scared and some people aren't, I don't think so. And given who I am, I've been taught how to shoot guns. I don't have a record. You can't take a gun from me because I don't have a record. You can't do any of that. I can actually do what I need to do. And there's a few good men out there like that. But it's like resorting to violence like that. It's like you don't need to do that, because if you look at it in a microcosm way, black people kill each other every day and go to prison for it. There's a place for you when you kill somebody. You can actually kill them spiritually and in different ways whenever they get out of line with you. And that's the best way to teach them. That's what I've learned about white people.
Yeah. Look, so all in all, essentially what I'm saying is, if we're going to live in a world where we don't want to take over the world, right? Look at the Chinese. They are trying to take over the world. Okay. Russians are trying to take over. I have to repeat it so you understand what I'm saying. Black people, we're trying to just live with white people and be accommodated as humans. We're not trying to take over the world. Okay. So if that's the case, we have succumbed and we have chosen how we want to be enslaved, because we have decided that we will give you the power. Just give us some power and make us as equal as you. That's all. So if that's going to be the case, then let's stop all the fugaziness. Let's stop all the cap. Let's stop all this fake pro-black shit, all this fake. Because if you're pro-black and you still go work for a white company, it's all fugazi. The whole point is just live your life then. Just live your life. Stop the cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, it's like, yo, I'm going to stop the cap, bro. Like, there was a point in time where, I wouldn't associate with a lot of white people because I kept shit black. Now I'm not in that mentality no more, because niggas is not trying to overtake anything. Niggas is not trying to build no power. Niggas is not trying to do nothing.
Speaking of that, can I ask you about an important moment in relation to Lakeith Stanford? Can I ask you about that?
Yeah. You want me to finish this or you want to ask me now?
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted to put that there before you go off in a different
Okay.
direction.
Okay, all right, let me finish this point and then just ask me. So yes, so basically what my realization is, since we want to not take over and we want to just be accommodated, I think every nigga should actually just do what they want and essentially build something for their family though. Make your family the most important thing above the black community, if that makes sense what I'm saying. To not your family. Okay, I got a wife, I got kids, my mother. I'm going to try to work with these white people who have the money, who have the companies, right? I'm gonna do what I need to do by any means necessary, and I'm going to amass as much wealth as I can, so that the family that comes after me will not go through as much trouble as I've gone through, or as much poverty as I've had to endure. And then the people that you pass the inheritance down to can do the same thing, and you ease the pain as time goes. You know what I'm saying? Because doing this whole community, with the community is coming together and we're gonna do this, it be cap for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And these powerful people utilize black trauma to stay in power. You feel me? And they all protect one another. You feel me? So that's essentially my point. Now go ahead, ask me the question about Lakeith.
All right, yes. So, sorry about that. So I met you at a time in which you took a stance against, diversity, and you've shown it and stuff. And one of those situations, you had a conversation with Lakeith Stanford, the actor. You actually, I don't know if it was an interview or anything, but you was having a conversation. I think it was around the time when Whoopi Goldberg got called out by the Jews,
It
and
was it was Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, yeah.
It was Nick Cannon got called out, and you had this viral moment, and Lakeith Stanford came into the to play, and just because he was there and you was in that space, there were some articles and stuff that came out about you, and I just never really asked you about that and got a direct answer from you, and I just wanted to shout you out for being able to attract Lakeith Stanford and multiple celebrities to your platforms. So yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you have a direct question, or you just want me to speak about that experience?
I just really want you to speak about that experience.
Okay. So essentially, we all know about Minister Farrakhan. He's a voice in the black community, well respected. But when you go on Google, all they say about him is he's anti-Semitic, right? So here is somebody that black people, I've seen black leaders go to him for advice, counsel, and all of that. But when you search his name, it's almost like he's been stained, and they say he's anti-Semitic, right? So there was a point in time they were trying to get Nick Cannon to denounce Farrakhan, right? So when I saw all of that, I asked the question, has Minister Farrakhan tarnished his name by being anti-Semitic, right? Now, the question was for people in the black community to have that discussion on Clubhouse, right? And Lakeith was somebody that will pop up in my room and be part of discussions. You know what I'm saying? In this particular room, he actually didn't say much. You know what I mean? When I made the room, white Jewish people came in the room, and how I operated at that time was I wanted people to speak, because my platform, Ground Voices, is about giving people from the ground up voice to speak. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming personalities, content creators, and individuals, regular people to speak. So it wouldn't have been fair for me to say, well, this conversation is about people in the black community. So you white Jewish people that's popped up in this room, y'all can't be able to speak here. I wanted to hear their perspectives, because I actually, although I know what anti-Semitic mean, they even have their own different definitions based on who you ask what anti-Semitic means. Because you can say something positive about Jewish people, and that can be anti-Semitic, because that can make them a target. You can say something negative, and that's obviously anti-Semitic, right? So when they came up, people started asking them the questions, what's anti-Semitic? You know what I'm saying? And you know how Clubhouse worked. This is Clubhouse, right? There was a point in time where you're a personality or you're a celebrity, you speak, and the people in the comment section will give their opinions, right? Clubhouse gave people in the comment sections a voice to speak, right? Bad idea. Them niggas that be in the comment section saying the most heinous things, they now was on stages with a voice. And they were now becoming the new content creators on Clubhouse. But the world needs hierarchy. This is something that I learned on Clubhouse. World needs hierarchy. You can't give everybody a voice. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? So some people came up, they asked questions that some of the Jewish people felt uncomfortable about. In that particular room, I actually think that specific room. So when I speak about the people from the comment section, I'm speaking in general about Clubhouse, but in that particular room, I think it was an educational room because I learned an extensive aspect of what anti-Semitism means to Jewish people, because there were people who were Ethiopians who came out and they said, well, they are Semitic people and they don't think certain things are anti-Semitic. And then the white Jewish people was like, well, this is what Semitic people actually mean. So we was having all this debate and having all this conversation. The room was really well moderated because to me, because it was such a hot topic, I was sure to not have anybody say anything that was going to have people super offended. So somebody mentioned Hitler's name, we removed that person right out the room. You know what I'm saying? It's not everything that we did in the room that we announced for people to hear. There was this particular white girl that came out, Jewish white girl, and she strategically picked on Lakeith's because she wanted to have a viral moment. So she was like, this room is anti-Semitic, I'm getting threats. I was getting threats too. You know what I'm saying? She like, you know, she centered herself and you know what I'm saying? Like Lakeith was like, hey, this is what we do here in these spaces. We allow people to speak and we learn from it, right? And then things that we don't agree with, we kind of have rebuttals and try to change people's minds, because whether you like it or not, people are walking around this earth with these ideas in their heads already, you know? So now we really learn about how our neighbors think, you know what I'm saying? But my platform was always about smoke and gems. So once people drop their smoke, we try to get to the gems so we can learn something from it, right? But I think she wanted to have her moment. So, you know, she was hysterical. She ended up apologizing. You were one of the people that came up and you were like, don't let this white girl speak. But at the time, like I told you, my philosophy, my formula is like, let people speak, right? So it wouldn't be fair for me to not let her speak her opinion when that is actually the way I operate with my platform. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know is Lakeith is all over word publications like LA Times, TMZ. I'm on LA Times, TMZ, and of course they're like not trying to enforce this whole anti-Semitism thing. I mean, I never said anything anti-Semitic. They can't even find one clip of me saying anything anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? So I was lucky enough to have recorded some parts of the room, and it's going to be in my Dark Meta Reality podcast. When I drop those episodes, people can hear what actually took place in a room. But I felt like what I learned was there's white Jews and there's black Jews. The white Jews actually control what Jewish means, right? Because black Jews can say, well, this is how I feel, but what white Jews say goes. What white Jews say is anti-Semitic, is what goes. You know what I mean? And that's just what it, and that just is what it is. You feel me? So I did learn a lot. Lakeith ended up apologizing. I made a video on his behalf to let everybody know, like, yo, he was actually not really speaking a lot in the room and what the room was about. And then I also realized that the black community and the Jewish community have a friction, and maybe they don't care to fix it. Maybe it's not my job to. So I just moved along and covered other topics, you know, because if I'm coming off with something with good intentions to have a conversation and y'all want to turn it into outrage because that's what people love, outrage, you know what I'm saying? Then okay, keep it like that, because I actually interviewed a rabbi and I interviewed somebody from the Nation of Islam because I wanted to see if what I can participate in, you know, bringing people together and also learning and having an understanding of what's going on. But because I think because black people have gone through traumatic experiences through slavery and colonization, and Jewish people have gone through the Holocaust and they've been able to thrive after. I think there's a thing where black people look at Jewish people like, how did they do it? But I don't think black people know exactly how to reach out to Jewish people and kind of like learn from them or ask questions and whatnot. So it becomes some type of friction. And maybe the friction, they love the friction, let it stay there, you know. But that was my experience in that room, you know.
Yeah, that's some real shit. Appreciate you for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel and like this video. Let's get him up in the algorithm. This is my homie. He's gonna be covering a lot of different things. Appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you for answering my question. So right now we're going over the Trap King Von serial killer documentary. That's what's playing. And make sure you guys like this video, please.
Let's talk about Wack 100 right now.
Oh, I don't have too much nice things to say about him right now, so I don't know if you want to do that.
Listen, there's a group chat with me, Denat and Wack, and I'm telling y'all, if those DMs could talk, man, that shit is funny as fuck. They be having their back and forth, and I be just crying, man.
That ain't nothing new. Every day I get him. He mad because he can't control me. That's it. Look at him. He'll tell you. I talk to him just like that. I'm not none of
Is
these.
Wack 100 your friend?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what a friend is, especially if no, he ain't my friend. The nigga just get on Clubhouse, brag about what he got, what he can do, but don't do shit for nobody or position nobody or make you feel like you need him. And I don't like feeling like that, so I'm good. I can do bad all by myself. So I don't know. I don't know what a friend is when it comes to Wack, because friends don't brag about how much money they got and how poor or broke or however you perceive somebody else. That's not a friend.
Okay. So I want to talk about Wack specifically, about the importance of Wack 100 to the entertainment culture. Okay. And you can give your fair analysis to this, right? So you hear a lot of people say Wack is Wendy Williams, Wack talk too much, da 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 da. But I think people like Wack and DJ Akademiks, they're very important to the culture. Like Trap, Laura Ross, very important to the culture. They give people something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? If they're not there, what are you gonna talk about? The culture. Look, Deny. Here's the realest shit I'm gonna tell you, bro. There are people right now, right, doing a lot of positive things, and black people are not watching those things. Yo, black people are the type to go under a shade room post that is something graphic and be like, why did y'all post this? Well, why did you fucking watch it? Why the fuck did you comment on it?
Right.
Why the fuck are you not going to the platforms that you like to see? Why are niggas always going to the shit they hate to talk about? Like, listen to this. This is niggas, bro. They're not. It's like niggas, if let's say niggas hate rock and roll, right? This is black people. They would spend money to go to rock and roll concerts, to shit on the concerts, instead of spending money to go to the hip hop club that they like. Like, that's niggas, bro. Like, they would literally be like, man, fuck this shit. This shit is so bad for the culture. But that's where they go, the shit they hate. So why the fuck, why would Wack stop what he's doing? This is what you niggas like. So you know what I call these people? I call them being bots. They're living beings who are bots. Like the comment section.
I call them informants.
I actually think the people in the comment section, they're not real humans. Maybe some of them are actually born, but they type like, yo, it don't matter if it's like,
what Beyonce. Are you calling my people fake?
They're not. Just listen to what I'm saying. It don't matter if it's like Beyonce. It don't matter if it's Drake. Whoever it is, whatever they drop, there's these bots. I call them beam bots. They would say the same thing. You can drop a gospel music and they will say, this is shit. This is shit. This is fucking. This is. They will always have the same rhetoric about everything. That means they are programmed to be a bot, because they're not like a real human knows that life is not just black and white. It's gray area. There's these people who just pick one aspect and they think it's cool to just be just just one way and just hate on everything and only see the bad in everything. And those motherfuckers are bots because
So I got
they
a
have one.
question.
Go ahead. They have one
And
spell. Go ahead.
it's related to that. So, and it's
Yeah.
actually addressing the chat. I want you to. Rashida Berry said, "Wack stay exposing people and gossiping. Need better content. Always drama." And I think that's a relevant chat to question to address,
Yeah.
given the fact what you say. He do cover it. I do feel like Wack is the new Wendy Williams for hip hop. Yes. Cause see, Wack interact and Wack is in all of that. Yes, Wack is like Wendy Williams, my nigga.
There's a market. So the lady that dropped the comment said, Wack be exposing people.
You can highlight
There's
it.
some
Just click it. Just click it and it'll highlight on the screen.
I can't see the. I don't even know how to find. Is that the price? Oh, the comments. Okay, I see.
Oh, you don't see nothing. The people been commenting the whole time.
Yeah, I just been going off, nigga. I'm in my shit right now. So let me get back to my shit.
I feel you. I feel you. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to throw you off.
Nah,
but you can't ignore the people that pull up. You gotta address the chat. So.
Oh, all right, chat. Yo, chat. I fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Me and Denai, we getting popping. Some of the shit that I say, y'all gonna agree with me. Some of the shit I say, y'all gonna disagree with me. But at the end of the day, we're gonna bring y'all niggas entertainment and make sure y'all hit the Cash App. It's expression is gold. You feel me? And we're gonna keep bringing y'all valuable information, content, and entertainment. So Wack 100 and this whole exposing thing, there's a market for it. If niggas didn't like it, they would be looking elsewhere. So it gets back to my point, and I'll make you a point, right? So Chloe Bailey, right? She's a talented artist, talented musician, right? Talented personality, talented actress, okay? She dropped an album called In Pieces, right? Shit is dope. I listened to the whole project, right? Now, they said first week she sold like 10K copies, right? It's her first album, and I think her journey through superstardom is something that nobody can take away from her. She's gonna get bigger and bigger, right? Now, you have more than those 10K people that bought that spent money to buy it for 10K. You have more than those people talking about her album, but not listening to the album, right? So think about it. Niggas is like, oh my God, you should leave Beyonce. You should leave your record label. You should do this and this and that. But these people who are giving their opinions are not even listening to the album. They're not. So they're robots, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, literally, how do you give a suggestion to what somebody should do with their career when you don't listen to their fucking album and you don't even like support them anyway? You just talking on the internet. So why will Wack not feed these people? You know what I'm saying? Why would, like, these people are bots, bro? They are like programmed human beings, bro. They're not there. You know what I mean? So they will literally go on shit that they hate and talk about it. And I think, you know, Wack should keep doing what he's doing. Shit, man. There's a market for it. Fucking why would you stop that shit? You know? Like Denai, you cover some sensational shit, some traumatic shit, because there's a market for it. Why would you stop doing it? This is what these niggas want. You know what I mean? The day that niggas prove to us that they'd rather us cover content about Jesus, we all gonna go to the church that same day, deny and praise the Lord. You feel me?
I get it, bro. Fuck yeah.
You know, like niggas want the fuck shit, so we give them the fuck shit. You know, like if bullshit is not bullshit is what niggas want, so niggas rap about bullshit. Like, you know, so let's keep it real, man. Even DJ Akademiks. Oh, let me play this clip. I mean, are you familiar with the whole Nicki Minaj and what's that girl name? Lotto, this situation?
Like I'm not too deep into, but I can only imagine that there's a lot of hate and jealousy. But I don't think Lotto. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. This is my honest opinion. I never said this. I don't cover. I don't think Lotto is a star. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think she's a star. I don't think she's gonna last long. I think she's great to look at. She's beautiful, but as a musician, no. Socialite, IG model, pretty girl, still being yes, but as far as superstar and pushing records, no. She's like both her and Nicki Minaj have boring stage presence, but even though Lotto dance, I'd rather see Nicki on the stage. Like that's the thing with that. But I haven't been following up with their beef. But I do know DJ Akademiks. opt up with Nikki against Lotto because they had a beef and he absolutely hated her, and now they're friends again. So
That's the yo. Okay. So I like the fact that you just said what you said because I need to find this clip. You know, we can keep talking, but I'm gonna find a clip because
yeah, I see. I know the game. We know the game. It's just because
no, I don't.
we
I don't think they. I disagree with you about how you're saying that they opt up. I disagree
you
with
do.
you. Yeah, because academics was saying um some. Hold on, maybe I could just play it off my TikTok. All right, let me find my TikTok. All right,
Which video are you looking for?
this is what Act told. Look, listen.
Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is ashamed that she isn't the young hot bitch. Shame her for being old. Shame her for not having the latest BBL. I'm sorry, like these are women tactics. I'm not saying we work in the men world, but for y'all women, that's what you got to do. Shame her. Just shame her. That's it. Clown her. Make her look like she's an idiot. Don't rap with her. If you rap with her, you'll win. Like you'll lose. I mean, like it's Nicki. Shame.
So you can't say that they opt up after you listen to that, or you think you still say they opt up.
I think like Ack is strategic. He's a blogger. He has a lot of influence. We know Nicki Minaj has paid Tasha K to smear Cardi B, so I don't think she's above paying Ack to be like, hey, take my side, but still throw your little shade and your little disses out there to throw people off. And I think that was one of the things, something very obvious about, the age shaming and all of that stuff, something that he can stand on, something that the general person can stand on. It wasn't really nothing personal. It was just pandering to that audience that wants to hear that. I feel like, yes, they still opt up. I think it's very strategic. It's very clever. And Nikki has a marketing budget for it. I can't wait to get to the level where a motherfucker do the same thing with me. That's how Act make most of his money. Fan funding. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Do you think Lotto should keep poking back at Nikki or leave it alone and focus on becoming the best artist that she can be, focus on the rap, the music?
Well, the thing is for her, and this is what I love about Glorilla, because I'm glad she hasn't been caught up under this Nicki Minaj umbrella, so she don't have to do that. She can go out there, be young and free and away from the drama. All of these girls have needed Nicki to come up. All of these girls have, whether they win, lose, get it here, there, whatever, they all needed it to come up. This is why Atlantic Records paid Remy Ma to do that Sheethers disc to weaken her, and that's Cardi B came up. It was the beef. Like bitches, niggas are still feeling sorry for Cardi B and all of this stuff. She's why you ain't put out an album? It's like they need Nicki to feed off of. This is a fact. This is a fact. All of them, and Lotto is just the latest one. Think that she can just do that, but Lotto is not lyrically there. Lotto is boring to me. It's very boring. Sorry.
Yo, the thing is, even if you shame Nicki's body, like I said, if you're like when you're
why
done
he has a
shaming,
man shaming her body though? That's what I'm saying.
why?
He a whole man.
Well, he's suggesting that Lotto and the other girls that have issues with Nicki should all come together and shame Nicki's body. Shame. Like kind of like the old car and the new car. Like we got the new car, we got our BBLs done, and your BBL was the old shit. You know what I mean? Your BBL is Fugazi BBL. Like, like your shit is done. Your mileage is your time is up. But I think like you can shame her, but the way social media is, the same people that would, as soon as Lotto starts shaming Nicki, the first thing they're gonna do is be like, yes, Lotto. 2 weeks later, they're gonna be like, bitch, why you still shaming Nicki? Like, let her go. Like, you sweating Nicki, you a hater. Like, these people switch up so fast. You feel me? So the only thing that will be left off is lyrical ability, musical talent, like good songs, good music. And can Lotto's music compare to Nicki's? So that would be the question. You feel me? Other than that, man.
Not. Absolutely not. Like Nick, when you mention Nicki, when you mention the hip hop greats, you see all dudes, and even if you don't say Nicki, she's the only female that you're going to consider. None of them.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
what it is.
So then the best thing for Lotto to do is look away and
She's
just
cloud chasing to get her little cloud out there to do her thing to push, and she gonna fall flat on her motherfucking face because you can't defeat the talent. That's what I love about acting and art forms that you could actually strategically put in tangible form. That like YouTube live streaming is art form, but it's not strategically put it. You can't copy paste edit. It's live stream, like with the music, the selection, arrangement, all of this other stuff. That's genuine, raw, real talent. Working with yourself on the structure that works that everybody know. And Lotto will never reach those heights ever. She's boring. She doesn't have anything to talk about. Like I don't believe nothing. I don't believe she's a hoe. I don't believe she'll do anything. I don't believe nothing about anything that she rap about. I don't.
Yo, like let me ask you a last question about this Nicki shit, and then I want to wrap it up with the streamers conversation. So, Pete, do you think Nicki be going after all these people and poking at them, or do you think they be sucking her nuts, and when she don't do a feature with them, they start hating on her? You get my question?
I think it's both. I think Nicki is strategic. Nicki understands media press. She understands that any attention is all attention. She understands that if I make this song and diss these people, they're gonna react, and the whole perspective of them is gonna be about me for however long. So she plays this game too, and she plays it very well. Like so, she's strategic. So she do the attacking, and she gets attacked, and she handles it the same way. So you don't with her, you never know who's attacking and who's not. And I feel like everyone in the industry knows that she's this evil person. She's a Sagittarius. She's evil like that. And this is why these white people want to exclude her because they know how she is and what she do. And then she'll go on and say that they're gaslighting her. When you gaslight everything and everybody and every artist around you, and the white folks know how you are now. That's the difference. You are so Hollywood. The white people know how you act. And they don't like it, and they're like, you know, you got and you got to understand, it's not just an emotional thing for the white people. It's mostly a socio-economic thing. Nicki Minaj, the deal she has, permitted her to collect mostly all of her money for her features, and she passed Anita Baker's, all of this stuff. So, and most of those features came from Atlantic record artists, so Atlantic Record had to pay her. And they still have to pay her for those features. So they're looking at her like, bitch, you're not signed to us, so you taking more money from us than we pay out to our artists and shit like this. Like you're a problem. And now it's a socioeconomic game. So she's always they're always gonna raise the bar for her because of who she is and the network she carry as an artist.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, let's get into the streamers that I think are going to be the new superstars of the culture, right? So, if you want to hear, make sure you follow my TikTok, right? My TikTok ground voices. Just, I don't know how to drop links, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Doechii, by the way. Anyways, oh damn. So just copy. Just shout it out. My bad.
Yeah, it's cool. Just if you went here, just go to TikTok and type in Ground Voices. That's it. Just follow Ground Voices. Trust me, it's a very interesting page. So essentially, season 1 of Ground Voices Meta Reality. What I did was I covered Clubhouse, Discord, and Twitter Spaces personalities. Right, these were audio stars that I covered. Right, some of those guys they're not, right? So when you go on the TikTok, you're going to see the evolution of all of that. Because right now, what I want to cover is streamers, right? Because I believe that these streamers are going to have a lot of value in the culture as time goes, because they're going to, these record labels are going to give them a lot of money so that the artists can go be next to them. And it can help the artist, because, bro, when you see Kai on Twitch and he has 46,000 people watching him on live, that's the president can't even do that. They're not, you hear me? So So like if these people keep building their platforms, and now they have a whole new platform called Kick. So there's gonna be more streaming platforms that's gonna come out because they've seen the value of this. A lot of people are gonna become streamers, and they're going to start entertaining the world through stream. There was a point in time where we found our entertainment through VH1, through BET, Mad TV, YouTube. There's gonna be a point in time where people are going to find their entertainment through streamers, live streams,
Right.
where somebody will stream 24 hours in the forest in Jamaica, 24 hours in a hot tub, 24 hours doing whatever the hell that they're doing, and people can tune in and watch that. You know what I mean? So I think these people are the next superstars, and I'm focused on covering them. And Adin Ross is somebody that, you know, he's high on in, you know, in that world, in that metaverse world. Akademiks, you know, salute to him. He's done a lot of dope things. He get a lot of hate, and I'm just like, yo, this nigga paved ways. Like, I remember when people was on YouTube covering things, people used to look at YouTubers funny, like, you're a YouTuber, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you was not on Fox News, you was not on CNN, and now these YouTubers are getting money and they taking care of their families. And Ak is one of those people that, you know what I'm saying, did what he had to do and now has been able to build his own empire. You got to salute that. You know what I mean? So I want to know what you think about this evolution of streamers becoming the new superstars in the culture.
Like I told you earlier, I think that's a stretch.
Okay.
I think YouTube is obviously the GOAT. And so is Twitch. I'm definitely gonna start connecting my YouTube and Twitch together to, you know, pull from both platforms and do what I need to do. Because of that, I think that there's a niche for it, but I don't necessarily think that everybody who subscribed to Paramount, Netflix, and all is just gonna suddenly come flocking over in the next 5 years. And if so, it would be because of greed. It would be because all of these streaming platforms want $5, $10, and so forth, and it's just like not giving the content or whatever the case may be. But I think it's a stretch. I think it's something to look forward to. I think it carves you a very specific niche that you know, may be dope, may not be dope, whatever the case may be. I think it's a stretch though. But if I had to say so, I would love to be a part of that. And I love to be one of the ones that's just like getting that money from the artists and stuff, preferably before 5 years. You know, there's some people that's been on YouTube streaming for 13 years and they couldn't possibly fathom on how to even reach out to a corporation or how to even set that up or secure it. I've talked to some of the most prominent streamers, black ones, that is, you know, not Adin Rose and Ross or whatever, and other ones like Adam 22, just Pearly, these people that are primarily covering black people and making bogus of money and getting advertisement deals and stuff off of them. So I would love to see that for black people before 5 years. Yeah. That's
how why are you not on Twitch?
So I did have a Twitch. I lost access to it because I forgot to log in, and I literally just created another one. So what I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna just like, you know, connect them together, because you know, you can connect the goddamn things together.
Yeah, yeah, because right now we're streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're streaming everywhere. You know?
That's what's up, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, like, I think you got to utilize all platforms, you know what I'm saying? Because all platforms got a variety of people. And you know, you got to tap in. But yo, Dana, I'm wrapping it up. And I want to say salute to you for what you've been building. Keep building, keep grinding, keep warring, keep strategizing. Hopefully you're less emotional than when you was on Clubhouse, and hopefully you don't destroy yourself, because you one of those niggas that will build some shit and destroy it and rebuild again. That's you. But
no, not over here. Over here I'm pretty prosperous, and I don't think anything. That's why I let them know on YouTube there's nothing. Listen, tell these people right here, there is absolutely nothing you can say and do to Clubhouse OG that on YouTube that they haven't already been through. You're just wasting your time. That's a fact. But yeah.
Oh yeah. We got on Clubhouse and they stripped us naked. essentially that's what happened. So a couple things happened. We all got doxxed. They found out where we live. They put out our social security numbers. They put out women's nudes. So when you got on Clubhouse, it was kind of like literally like Judgment Day. Remember, Judgment Day is when everything becomes transparent, right? So it's like the glass door was broken, and then we was all exposed. So after that exposure, you become a newer self, and you become stronger, because what doesn't kill you make you stronger. So
Thank you fucking
if I have
stronger,
an
bro.
op, you know what I'm saying? So if I have an op and they're on YouTube, it's like, bro, like whatever you say about me has already been said about me. But the shit that I find out about you, has it already been said about you, nigga?
At least not to
You know
me,
what I mean?
because now I'm finna put my own comedic spin and everything on it, nigga. Like you finna get toe up and laughed at. Yeah, nigga, they did the shit to me, and I'm like, oh, nigga, them niggas did the shit to me when I was on vacation. I ain't create content for 2.5 weeks and got 800 subscribers.
Yeah, now that's
I
lit.
told them niggas they work for me.
Yeah, man, that's lit. And also like for the people that's in here, on this Go Gatehouse page, make sure you scroll through it. There's a lot of content to watch. So what I essentially did was I created a whole bunch of digital spaces, and they all have their own valuable content. So I have Ground Voices content, I got Barracks content that has to do with women. Ground Voices has to do with personalities. So just immerse yourself in the Go Gate House. It's a space for a variety of like I look at the spaces that I created like a museum of art. So when you walk into Ground Voices, first, if you click the playlist, you can go through my playlist and you will see every house. It's and you can see Ground Voices house, Barracks house, the Laser house. You can see the Espedo Inc. You know what I'm saying? You can see Go Gateway if you like podcasts. So you're gonna find something that you enjoy on Go Gate House. You know what I mean? Other than that, yeah, keep fucking with the knot. And I'm gonna pop up on his channel too and pop my shit. And let him run his shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've enjoyed this time, man. And some of the
Me
things
too,
that
bro.
we said, we'll see what kind of trouble is gonna bring.
Hey man, we'll figure it out, and I appreciate you the time. And also I want to pay a special attention to my moderators, all the people from my channel who came over to support my brother, Sam Bito. Please, y'all like this video. Let's show him some love, and y'all gonna see him over on my channel, my platform. Sam, I'm actually doing a live stream tomorrow with the Pink Pill, about Kevin
Yeah.
Samuels and how this white lady took over his platform and is speaking for black people and to black people. With millions of followers on YouTube. So we're gonna cover that tomorrow, and also I'll teach you how to use StreamYard more efficiently. But that's all I wanted to say, and I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, check my boy out, and we're gonna have some more conversations like this. Appreciate each and every one of you. Much love. See you. I'm out of here.
No doubt. All right, man. Peace, bro. And I hate you tomorrow.
All right, for sure.